Hi guys, it's Mel from LW Scrapping. I am here today to bring you a layout that I am going to participate with, and that is for Crazy Craft Obsessions, a monochromatic layout, and this month we're doing yellow. So, I've got lots of yellow, in conjunction with Tuesday in the Attic with Jacqie, who has Jacqie Crafty YouTube channel, and Jen, who has Kay's mum YouTube channel. I will have them linked down below in the description box. They do a thing each Tuesday where they go in. Jacqie's gone back to the scrap room when they very first started a blog before they even had their Facebook group, and they used to do Freaky Fast Friday. Well, we're calling it Freaky Fast Formulas. Now, in this week's formula, you had to have cardstock background. I've got a cardstock background. 5.5 by 9.5 paper pattern paper, which is this one here. 2.5 by 10, which is with these two. I was actually so lucky because they were two. Look, it's all scraps, so it's going to be in conjunction with Babe Got Scraps as well. Everything on here was scraps. And I was lucky with these two. They were the exact size that I needed. So that's the 2.5, and I cut it down to 10. And then this one here was the 1.5, and I cut that down to 11. And then I needed a 1 to 2.5 inch diameter circle, and a 1 to 5 inch diameter circle. So what I did is I got my Creative Memories circles out. And I used the small and the middle one. And when you got these, way back when, it came with a sheet. Now on this sheet, if you draw it up here, if you use the red blade, it was a 1.5. Let's see if I can get a, I don't know if that's showing it properly. So I did this one with a red blade. And then I did that's that one. Oh, that one with the red blade, the middle one with the red blade, because the red blade was a 5 inch. That's right, the blue one was a 5.5 inch. So that's what I did. So I used this to tell me how much, you know, the sizes of the circle. So this one here, I'll just take the photo off. This is my 1.5 inch. I'll just cut a smaller bit of a photo out, and then I cut a bit bigger one out to back that, and this is my 5 inch one, just yellow one. So that was out of all I went through. I actually had ages ago just a plastic page like this put together with lots of yellows in it. I don't know why. So I even had yellow letters in it and everything. And I remembered I had it, so that come in handy. This cardstock that I backed the photos with, again, is scrap. So we'll pop those away. We don't need those anymore. Now, I also decided to go with a pale yellow cardstock. And I think what we're going to do is, I've taken a photo of where I've put everything. So I'll take everything off. So I might just do a little bit of ink blending around the edge. What I've also done, cutting everything out, I've inked around all the edges. If I ink blend, that pencil line isn't going to come off. So maybe I go like this. I won't do be too much. Clean my mat after. Okay, I'll leave the lid off because I've got a fish stamp, and I'll explain the fish stamp in a minute. I don't even know if it's going to come out properly. So that's going that way, isn't it? I'm only doing it lightly. And I'm just doing it higgledy-piggledy. Some of it you'll see. Okay, so we've got some fish on there. I'll clean that off in a moment. So I've done a little bit of blending, we've done some stamping of fish, so let's get things popped down. The reason I've put fish on there is because in 2019 when we went to Stanley and went up the nut, down at Stanley, the time that we went, which was September, hardly anything was open. So there was only this restaurant, seafood restaurant, that was open. And so we went in there and upstairs to it. I think that's where that went. Yep. Slightly. And so I thought, oh well, you know, we'll have a really nice lunch and fine if it's going to cost, you know. And so I thought, being down in that area, it was crayfish area, it was scallop area, you know, that's what they caught down in those areas. So I think my husband had a seafood basket and I went with half a crayfish. Well, that half a crayfish cost me just as much. Well, at that stage back then, crayfish were expensive. That cost me, for half a crayfish, as much as it would have cost for a full one back up here in the north. This was on the northwest. And it was absolutely unbelievable, the price. Because it wasn't, you know, actually seasoned for catching crays or whatever. It was a frozen crayfish that they'd cut in half. And it come with chips and salad, which is fine. My daughter doesn't eat, or she'll eat flake, but not very often. I'm a lover of crayfish. And this meal was the most disgusting meal we had in the whole time that we've ever gone down. My husband, we don't know if it was the oil they used for the chips. My daughter wouldn't even eat the chicken nuggets because she had chicken nuggets and chips. It was revolting. Absolutely revolting. And like my daughter wanted a lemonade, I wanted a lemonade. Didn't have any such thing. I just couldn't believe it. I said, are you joking me? I'm on to my last roll of double-sided tape, so luckily my order comes next week. Yes, so it's one of those places that we had such an awful meal at that we would never recommend it to anyone. It was just, oh, absolutely disgusting. And the crayfish, you could tell it was frozen and not thawed out properly. It was real mushy. And I mean, I've frozen crayfish here before, like I've got it on sale, I've frozen it, thawed it out properly for, you know, Christmas Day. And oh no. Tasted nothing like a fresh crayfish should taste like. So I'm just going to try and rub out some of these pencil lines, the markings. So as you can see, my fish are here, there and everywhere. Just to give a bit of interest to the page as well. And of course, when my husband got the seafood basket, it had the salt and pepper calamari. He hates that. So, now the other thing I was going to do to just give it a little bit more oomph was I'm going to draw a border. The only thing I had yellow was a paint pen. So I'm going to go, hopefully it works. Yeah. Hopefully I'm not too far off screen. Oh, whoops. That's what I was afraid I was going to do. I'm not real good at the paint pens. I do my best. I originally got them to colour with them, because these paint pens you can actually use the ink from and spray water on them. Now, I'm not going to go over that bit. You can actually pop these like on packaging. So you can just draw it on there. I'll give you a demonstration on. Spray it with water. And there you go, you can do packaging technique. And the other thing that I've actually done with that is I've put texture paste on my page, I've let it dry, and I've then, you know, drawn lines on my over the texture page and then sprayed it and tilted the page. That works as well. Right, now where's my little photo? He's going to go down. I got little bits and pieces out for this. Here is I took a photo of the building, but really I just wanted the crayfish. They've got a huge crayfish on their building. I'm going to go like that. Get that title popped on, and then we'll do our, I'm going to go costly lunch. Go like that. Luckily I had these little alphas on the desk already. Don't know how they're going to show up, but I don't really know if there's two different coloured yellows there. It's not meant to be, but it certainly looks it. They look lighter than those ones. And that's the same with up here. So my title is costly. And that one meal cost more than 3 meals in one day down the northwest coast. It's definitely lighter. Some of those. costly lunch. And I'm using an @ symbol. And the place's name was Hersey's. My husband was calling it Hurley's. As in hell, you got a hurl after you've been there. It was the most revolting meal we've ever had. And of course, the name of this restaurant, they actually have their own boats. So they have their own crayfish boats and scallop boats. So, you know, from what should be something very fresh, certainly not very fresh. Okay, there's our title on there. That's on there now. Right, and I went through a couple of my things. I've got out my, where did I pop that? Up here. I have these containers that have got different colours, and I've got yellow and gold embellishments in one. I went through there and grabbed out a few things, and then I had a look up on my top of my desk, and I actually had a couple of die cuts that I'd, so we might, I think I was going to go one along the top. Certainly it's going to go one there. Maybe I'll go one there and make this part of an embellishment cluster. I'm putting a love heart on because the reason is I love crayfish. It's a shame it was a revolting meal. But I wanted to document it, so I'm actually going to pop some lines down here so that I can actually journal on it as well. So now, talking about this Tuesday in the Attic with Jacqie and Jen. What was I going to say? It's every Tuesday that they do it, and I've double checked with Jacqie and I said, I hope you don't mind, but I love these formulas, and after you guys have done yours, I'm going to have a go at them. And she said, go for it. That's what it's for. Each one, like I've watched Jen's and I've watched Jacqie's, and then I already had this idea when I was watching Jacqie's, and they're all different. Each one of us are different. So it'll be interesting for you guys to go and check it out and see how different things could be. Now I'm going to pop that at the top because I want one going across the top. A little fishing line. Probably doesn't stand out as good, but I want one going up into here. Thought I might as well get them used up, and they're the perfect colour. So, yeah, so please check them out. I'll put all their links down below. And I know Jen is trying desperately to get to 2,000 subscribers, and she's not far off. So if we can go and give her some love and try and get her up there. Oh, now I found a crown in my yellow and gold container. I found a little crown. I thought I might pop that there above my daughter's head. I was very lucky. I mean, they were very nice to us. They brought out pencils and stuff for Danina, even though she was probably a bit big for the actual colouring in of it. It was for a real little child. But she sat there and she did it. And we went back to where we normally stay at our hotel at Tall Timbers at Smithton, and had a decent meal. Right. Now I'm going to pop a love heart down here. Now, hang on a minute. I had some stickers that... Let's Go Together is my favourite place to be. We might as well get that. Oh, let's see if we can get... I forgot about those lines. Together is my favourite place to be. That's yellow. We can stick a love heart. Maybe not. Let's just think about it. I had yay. I'm going to put yay for crayfish. In actual fact, it wasn't yay. It was very disappointing. Don't need that one. Got some yellow arrows. Oh, that's on the inside one. Right. Now I had two more. I had some yellow buttons on here I could use. I haven't really got 3 embellishment clusters really. Let's make that one. Try and get this a bit more yellow. Because to me it looks a little orange around the edge. It's in my yellows, but let's just give it more yellow. Why is that not coming up? Like that. Right, probably doing this off screen. Let's go like that. Excuse me, hang on a second. Sorry guys, somewhere in the middle of that, my phone stopped recording. Okay, so what I did just in the meantime of coming back from having a coughing fit, I found some of these little, because I'm finished, found some of these little gem things. They're an epoxy sticker and they've got yellow in them, and I've just finished off like I would normally gems or Nouveau drops. Just pop them there like that. So that is my video. Hopefully I can put the 2 videos together. I don't know if I can or not. We'll certainly find out. Now I would like to say thank you to Jacqie for letting me have a go at these freaky fast formulas. And I didn't mention Crazy Craft Obsessions. Now Cassandra is from Crazy Craft Obsessions, and she has a YouTube channel called that and Facebook group called that. I'll have it all linked down below in the description box. There's quite a few of us playing along with Crazy Craft Obsessions monochromatic layouts. I'll have them all linked down below in the description box. Please check them out. Now, if you think that you might like this layout, press pause, take a screenshot and have a go. Do not mind in the least if you want to, you know, do a scrap lift or think, oh, actually, I reckon I could do something a bit better than that, Mel. That's fine. And at the same time, if you do like what I've done, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost to subscribe, like, or comment. It's the same with the other ladies listed down below in the description box. Doesn't cost to subscribe to them either. It certainly helps us grow our channel, and we all enjoy doing what we do. So, yeah, so thank you for that. And thank you to Cassandra for coming up with this. And I'm sure we'll all have fun. So there's people playing along with Crazy Craft Obsessions and Baby Got Scraps. And I'll put Jacqie and Jen's YouTube channels in as well, so they can go and check them out with what they did with this freaky fast formula. And thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.